Welcome to the Verdin Verdict Sports Show. I'm your host, Jacob Verdin. Got my guy G-Sportz with me. G, what's up, man?
Friday.
It's the weekend. Got some picks. Got LSU tomorrow. Live on the iPad in the kitchen, man. We making it work, dog. It's been a good week. Got a couple of updates for you, injury report wise, suspension wise. Let's jump right into it. So, Florida running back coach Jabbar Jaluk. If you missed it on Saturday, we posted two videos. There was two little scuffles throughout the game, both sides of the field, one towards Florida sideline, one towards LSU sideline. If you look at some of the footage, he zoom in real close. You can see Florida's running back coach slap a player. A lot of people had a lot of opinions about it, right? Brian Kelly was saying the main thing that they wanted to focus on was keeping the kid safe. That got attacked, and then Greg Sankey comes out with the 3 game suspension. Some people are saying it's too light. What's your thoughts on this, G?
I thought 3 games was warranted for Jabbar Jalou. Anytime you hit a player in pregame or any type of situation that matter, you deserve some consequences. But I do want to touch on the rant that Matt Moscona went on about Jabbar Jalou. I thought he went entirely too far with some of the things that he was saying, and maybe it's a little easy for me to say and have an opinion that have the opinion that I have because I know Jabbar Jalou personally, and I'm gonna tell you firsthand, he's a man of integrity. He has character when nobody's watching, and I think he just made a mistake. Got in the heat of the moment. I don't know what led up to it, as far as like what was being said. It's still inexcusable for him to still put his hands on the kid, but
Right.
he made a mistake. We human,
Hmm.
I'm sure we turn back the tape on Matt Moscona, we could find a bevy of things that he has done in the past that he regrets. And I know
Hmm.
Jabbar Jalou regrets what he did. And from what I'm told, he's apologized to not only the university and the fans, but he's apologized to Joel Rogers and his family. And I think that we can't ridicule somebody for one mistake. Now, if Jabbar Jalou had a history of doing these type of things, yeah, maybe he do deserve to be fired. We going on one mistake he made, and Matt Moscona wants to go on a rant and call for him to be fired and play with his livelihood like that. I think that was way out of line, in my opinion.
And I feel like, going to your point with the emotions and stuff, I mean, that's his game, dog. Like, there's always something, whether it be fall practice, spring practice, like, you're going to see moments like this where there's going to be physical altercations. Not to say it's a coach and a player, but it's just to say that's the game that you're playing. It's competitive. It's one of the most, not going to say violent sports, but like, man, you get into that primitive mindset. You know what I mean? And then to your point, this is the most important point out of all of them. Nobody knows what was said. Nobody. I wasn't
Right.
there in the huddle. I don't know. I watched, I observed. I'm gonna hold my judgments though. I agree.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
it'll be a good game. I think they play Miami this weekend, right? Hey, Vegas only got Miami minus 350, so they might be smelling some motivation out there from Florida. I don't know. It'd be interesting. We're gonna keep our eyes on it. Let's talk injury report real quick. So LSU's got 3 players everybody's been fixating on: Trudez Green, Wes Weeks, and Garrett Nussmeier. Trudez was at practice catching balls, moving around. He's questionable for this week. I say sit him. Ain't no point. Wes Weeks doubtful. He's definitely sitting. And then Garrett Nussmeier. Now this is the question I want to ask you. Because Brian Kelly's saying he's making progress. He's saying he's playing. Don't want to hold him back. He's been playing with the torso all season. And he said this week was his best week of practice. Like he didn't feel much pain. He was able to throw in ways he hasn't recently. Do you think that this is a smart move to keep him out there? Because look, he could be sitting by halftime. This could be only 10 minutes of football for Garrett Nussmeier. Do you think they should sit him and throw MVB out there, or is this the play?
Well, we thought that this game would be over by halftime or at least by the beginning of the third quarter when they played Louisiana Tech.
We
We thought
did.
the same. We thought the same thing last year when they played Nickel State. So I don't know what to think on tomorrow.
I hear
Hopefully,
you.
hopefully this shit is over after halftime, right after halftime, where they can get Michael Van Buren in the game and get us some reps and some experience. I want to see Colin Billiard get in the game. I want to see Michael Turner get in the game. I want to see a sighting of Dylan Carpenter,
Yep.
the edge rusher. I want to see these guys get in and Joel
Elijah
Rogers,
Cobbins.
Kalaz Cobb, Joel Rogers at safety. I want to see these guys get in and get some burn and let's see what the future holds for this program and if these guys can show flashes that they belong in the SEC, not only the SEC but hold a standard of LSU. So that's what I'm looking forward to on tomorrow. I want to see them young guys get in and have an opportunity.
Yeah, one of the young guys I got written down, Walter Mathis, the D line, number
Yeah.
91. Brian Kelly was giving him some praise.
Now
He got out there.
he been getting some reps though. He been getting
Yeah,
some reps. I think he might be playing maybe like 10 or 12 snaps a game.
yeah, the first time I saw him was LA Tech, and then I kind of started to make mention of it. But someone asked him that in the press conference, saying like, "This is a crowded room. How were you able to jump and get it high in his depth chart like that?" He talked about his natural skill, talked about his ability to be able to shed instinctively. He made a joke too, saying like, "Hey, bro, this is how I motivate D linemen. I just yell loud or get off the block." But with Walter Mathis and what you've been able to see, it looks like a guy that you could expect to be a 3-year starter at LSU and like one of those nice trench pieces. I want to ask you that we're talking about rotations. Deshaun Spears, bro. So he played 9 snaps, 2 picks, touchdown. I think it was like 11 tackles altogether. Either way, talk about his role, how you think that's going to grow. And then was the 9 snaps, that's just a schematic thing and he'll probably grow throughout the year? Because he's feeling like one of your best DBs right now. That was a hell of a game.
Yeah, Deshaun Spills is somebody that Coach Olsen, who was the safeties coach, and Coach Corey Raymond, who was the DB coach, corner coach, or whatever you want to call him. They have been high on the Sean Spears going back to last year. He just need reps. He need the experience. When you go back to the Clemson game, Blake Baker played a lot of three safety looks with Cooley, Halsey, and Deshaun Spears in the game at the same time. As a matter of fact, at the end of the game, when it was 4 down, when K. Klubnik rolled out the pocket and then Perk chased him down, they was in a three safety look right there. So I don't know why he only played 9 snaps against Florida. I think it was schematic wise. I think the way they wanted to defend, what the way they defended Florida was a little different, like the way they defended Clemson. But obviously, you know that Deshaun Spears is gonna get more burn and more snaps going forward. I mean, you got to put him on the field when he's playing with that kind of confidence and he's being instinctive like that.
Bro, you get 9 snaps, 2 of the 9 you're getting picks, 1 of the 9 you're getting a touchdown, and that touchdown helps cover that. I don't know exactly what the spread was for LSU. I think it was 9. Either way, whatever. They covered it with that touchdown. It would have been a 3-point win without the Sean Spears touchdown. So I mean, he's definitely making strides, and he's so damn long, 6'4". You got DJ Pickett at 6'5". Like, bro, you got length all over the place in this
They
thing.
got a lot of length in that secondary. And I know PJ Woodland might not look big in stature, but PJ Woodland has some long ass arms, bro. I would love to know what his wingspan is. If I had to guess, I bet you it's around 77 inches, 70 to 80 inch wingspan. I bet you.
And he's like what, 5'9"?
PJ probably like 5'9" and some change. You know,
So that would put his
I stood next to him before and he was like looked like me and him was like about the same, or he might have been like a little taller than me.
and with that, like that inch wingspan put him damn near 6 foot.
Yeah.
He's instinctive, bro.
Yeah,
I like the way he's playing.
he's a really good player. And what we talked about before the season, we were saying was he going to be a liability in the run game, and it hasn't shown up yet. So
Mm,
I think Blake and Corey Raymond has done a good job of developing him on being a good run fit tackler.
I agree. Yeah. Well, what we've seen through camp at that line of scrimmage, he was getting active. He was getting aggressive, whether it be run block, pass block. Like he's able to play out of his size very, very well. So this week, no spread, no money line, no odds. Sportsbook said no action. I ain't even putting a -45 on LSU. It's one of the first times I've seen this. So we'll do our score prediction, but there's no picks for this game. I got LSU 42-6. Gee, that's a hell of a game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 45-0. I think
Woo!
I think the Louisiana Tech game when they gave us the fluke touchdown, I want to say they did a corner blitz from the boundary, and Toviano was supposed to get over the top on the man, and it was a miscommunication. That's how he got wide open for the touchdown. I think Blake Baker wants to make sure they come out this game with a donut. He wants to have that goose egg, and Louisiana Tech shut Southeastern out the first game of the season
24 nothing.
24 zap. So I would like to think that LSU gonna do the same thing, and I want to see Southeastern's down to their second string quarterback. Their first string quarterback got hurt against Louisiana Tech, so they're down to the second string. And I want to shout out a few people on Southeastern teams that I'm looking forward to watch on tomorrow. Rodeo Graham, the running back from U High, covered him all through high school. Really, really good player. Kentrell Prejun went to Turlins Catholic in Lafayette, covered him. Super, super twitchy receiver, about 5'8". He ain't that big, but he's a hell of a raw runner. Jalen Dama, Dama think his last name Dominu. Dominu. He went to Como High School. Really, really good player. He's actually wide receiver one for Southeastern. And last but not least, Josh Randall, the pass rush specialist that went to Edna Call. This dude comes off the edge like no other. They used to call him Baby Von Miller in high school. He doesn't. Yeah. Now when you look at him, he ain't gonna look the part. But on third down, bro, he coming off that edge. So I want to see those guys have some highlights against LSU on tomorrow.
Well, they have Kai Preen too. He was a wide receiver from LSU.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, Kai Preem he he doesn't have any stats. Like I haven't seen any showing of him. I know he's at Southeast and he's on the team, but when you
Mm-hmm.
go look at when I went and looked at some of these clips from these previous games this year, I haven't seen him on the field. I haven't seen him on the as far as like receiving yards and catches. Like I haven't seen anything, so I don't know what that's about. I don't know if he's dealing with an injury or what.
Interesting. Talking about that quarterback for Southeastern, it's the mobile one that's going to play because I know they've
Yeah,
been running
low,
two
low.
quarterbacks.
Yeah, low. The quarterback. He's from Tennessee, so yeah, he's the one.
He's got three
And man, as
rushing,
a
three
matter of fact,
passing.
he's leading Southeastern in rushing.
Damn.
Yeah, he's leading in rushing.
Do you think that this game is going to mean a little more to Bauer Sharp playing your old team? You think he's gonna have a chip on the shoulder, or you don't know if
Not
it
really.
matters?
I think it's gonna mean
No.
a little more when he go to Norman, Oklahoma, though.
Okay. Yeah, because
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it's a little bigger. You're right. You're right.
yeah. Southeastern, and for the people that don't know, fun fact: Bauer Sharp played quarterback at Southeastern.
Like some Travis Kelsey stuff, bro.
Insane work. So I think I think this is gonna be another game of ball. I don't think he's gonna look at it in that regard. You know what I mean? He probably gonna
Hmm.
go holler at some of the coaches, and it's gonna be all fun and games. But I don't think he's gonna go into this game with a chip on his shoulder. For anything, I think he's gonna be more appreciative of Coach Selfo and what that staff did for him to be able to propel his career to get him to Oklahoma, which he went to Oklahoma and had a really really good season, and now he's at LSU. So I think it's gonna be one of them type of games. But when he goes to Norman, Oklahoma, I think he gonna want to go. I think he gonna want to put on the show.
I think so.
Him
It'll
and
be it'll,
Nick Anderson.
true. I didn't even think about that. It'll be interesting, man. Oklahoma dealing with some injuries right now. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Let's talk about this
Just like
SEC
last year,
schedule.
bro. Just like last
Bro,
year.
the injury report is jumping. And that's why the odds are dropping for that Auburn game. And Auburn good, but we gonna pick that
I
right here in a
told
minute.
you about Auburn. I like Auburn. I really
Hugh
like
Freeze buying
Auburn.
some time, bro.
I
They
like
buying some
Auburn,
time.
bro. Bro, they got a nice roster. I'm telling you. Auburn got a nice roster.
I agree. Let's talk about this SEC schedule real quick. So Tuesday they're going to announce the permanent three-game rotation that LSU is going to play. If you don't know what happened, they're going to go to a nine-conference game. Every
Mhm.
SEC team will play every SEC team within a 2-year span, but annually you'll get three permanent rivals. Tuesday it'll be announced. My guess for LSU's is Alabama, Ole Miss, and Texas A&M. The only other two I could see is a Florida and Arkansas. I know Bama and Ole Miss are probably going to be locked. Bama has to be in there. That goes without saying. That one's obvious. I want to ask you for your three, and then I want to ask you this too, because I've heard people talk about this, and it's kind of interesting. So let's say hypothetically someone gets a horrible draw of a Georgia, a Tennessee, an Alabama, whatever. That's your three rotation, and you just pull the shit in a stick. Because some people are going to have three SEC teams that are not going to be all elite championship contending squads. But what about the teams that are? Like, how do you balance that out? Do you think that they're going to be paying attention to something like that?
I think you want to keep those rivalries intact. That's really the focus. And if it was me, I would want the three for sure teams they play every year: Florida, Texas A&M, Alabama. That would be my three that you got to play every single damn year because they got the rivalry with Bama. You know that they got the
Yep.
rivalry with Florida. You know they got that
Yep.
rivalry with Texas A&M. And I know they try to put this rivalry with them in Arkansas. With what kind of trophy they win after
The
they play
Golden
Arkansas?
Boot.
Yeah, like I know, but to me that it's a shit show when they play Arkansas. It's not. It's hit or miss. Probably every 5 years, Arkansas have a team that's really good, right? So I think they could do away with that game. But Florida, A&M, and Bama should be the three games that's locked.
Yeah. I got somebody in the chat saying no old piss. No Ole Miss. The Magnolia Bowl. So you got the Magnolia Bowl, you got the Golden Boot. What are the other like trophy games you got? That's it.
That's it, yeah.
You used to have
So
the
so
Tiger
he
Rag with Tulane.
so somebody in the chat say no Ole Miss.
Oh, I
That's what,
think he's asking no Ole Miss. Like he's saying question mark no Ole Miss.
all
Someone
right.
else
So
is
look,
saying
if
I
we
don't.
if we insert Ole Miss, who you taking out? You taking out Florida?
I'm
You
taking
taking
out
out
A&M.
Bama? You
I
taking
probably
out
take out
A&M?
A&M
No, I
because
can't take out.
Bama.
No,
Bama,
absolutely
A&M
not.
gonna be really good, so they're gonna be a championship contender for a long time. They got that old money. Elko a nice head coach too, so I don't even want to just put it on that.
And
Bama
you
is a
gotta and
must.
look, the only reason Ole Miss is being talked about right now because Lane
Lane,
Kiffin there.
and he by
When
the leave, you
If
think?
Lane Kiffin ever decide to leave Ole Miss, they gonna go back to being a mediocre program. That's just what that is. That's not a blue blood school. That's not a popular job.
I seen now that you said this, it popped in my head. I seen Lane Kiffin talking about John Summerall's gonna get an SEC job this year, and everybody's like, "What job, Lane? What one?"
See, now I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we talked about this before, and I hate to bring this up, but I think Napier messed it up for guys in the group of five to
Mm,
just hop straight from that level to the SEC. Now, that's not to say that Summerall can't get a job in the ACC or the Big 12 or the Pac-10, but for him to jump from Tulane to the SEC, Napier would have had to knock it out the park at Florida for people to want to take a chance on Summerall. And look, I think Summerall is a great coach, but
hmm
I just don't see it. Maybe Kentucky. I will say that because he was the, I think he was the defense. Well, I know he coached linebackers at Kentucky, and I want to say either he was the defensive coordinator or the co-defensive coordinator when he was at Kentucky. So he had some ties, and I want to say he was there for about 3 or 4 years. And I know they said Stubbs was on a hot seat last year at Kentucky,
hmm
and the season ain't really going too well for him this year. But if I'm John Summerall, I wouldn't even take that job, bro. That's not a good job. Like
Because
I don't
you're
think
not even a mid-level SEC team. You're the
Yeah,
bottom
like
of the
I wouldn't
barrel.
even. I'm not gonna take Kentucky just because it's an SEC job and they throwing me a whole bunch of money. Man, put yourself in a situation to be successful. It's like what Napier did. Auburn offered Napier. I don't know if people don't remember that.
Mhm.
And Napier turned the Auburn job down. Baylor offered Napier. He turned the Baylor job down. I want to say it was a few others. You can't turn down Florida.
Mm-mm.
You can't turn down Florida. They got all the resources. They got tradition. You're gonna get kids like that. You
It's
got
in
to
a
take
good
that job.
pipeline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got to take that job. So I would not like to see Summerall take the Kentucky job if it opened.
it'll be interesting. So you think if, let's say, Napier gets fired, Lane is going to be the Florida guy?
I don't think I don't think I don't think Lane gonna leave Ole Miss, bro.
No?
I just don't think he because this is the thing. If he stayed at Ole Miss, bro, he would have to like really shit the bed these next couple of years for them to fire.
True.
He could win 9 games for the next 4 or 5 years, and they're gonna keep him. Why? Because he has made Ole Miss a top 10 team in the country the last 3 years. He's getting multiple guys drafted. They always in the media from either something he didn't said or one of his guys, or he is always they relevant, bro.
Him and Feinbaum.
Yeah. He does a good job of keeping Ole Miss visible.
Hmm
And I think if you go to Florida, bro, you're gonna be just like Napier. Like you're gonna have to do a whole rehaul of the organization, far as personnel department, far as your roster, coaching staff. It's gonna take you too long, and people in Florida don't have that kind of patience. And you know how Lane Kiffin is. He's a walking time bomb. I just don't think he would do well at Florida with all the pressure they're gonna want and all the unrealistic expectations they're gonna put on him soon as he get there.
I wonder who else they get then. Are they going to have to just buy somebody out, like a playoff caliber head
Look,
coach?
John Gruden keep going around saying he want to coach in the SEC. That might be somebody. I'm gonna keep throwing Nick Saban name out there. I'm gonna keep throwing
That
it
would
out
be
there.
wild. That would be
I'm telling you. And
wild,
that
bro.
and look, if he would come out of retirement, Florida, that's a blue blood. He would come out of
Mhm.
retirement for Florida if Miss Terry say so.
Got to sign off. The boss got to sign off. The boss of the boss.
Yes, they're gonna have a meeting after the meeting.
Somebody in the chat is saying Bama's not a traditional rivalry and it's only fun because of Nick Saban.
True story.
Because now, like last year,
True story.
last year was a little rough.
True
I ain't
story.
lying.
But what Saban did, he created tradition. He made Bama prestigious. So if Kellen the boy stays there, if he gets fired, whatever, Bama gonna be always looked at as a blue blood school from now on for what
Yep.
Saban did. Look what the same thing happened at LSU. Before Saban got to LSU, LSU was not looked at as a prestigious school when you talk about football.
Right.
Saban started that. Saban was the pioneer for two schools, and that's why a lot of people consider him the GOAT. So I think Bama gotta stay as a rival school for LSU going forward. And I don't think the administration, the athletic director, the people that's involved at Bama, they're not gonna let Bama get back to what they used to be before Saban got there. They're gonna make sure they keep that standard, the standard.
I think so too. And then yeah, to your point about Saban helping the rivalry, it's also that emotion that he left LSU, goes to the Dolphins, goes to Bama, and everybody's sitting there watching Alabama like, damn, this should be us. This should be us. It's like that played into it as well. Let's give you some picks, G. Let's get some picks going out here. I'm 5-5 on my record. I'm 500. I'd be bowl game eligible, but I'm not proud of it. It's not what we want. We don't want 500, but I'll take it. 6-4. That's your record. You got me last week. I went 1-2. I went 2-1. Bro, Tennessee, man. Come on, man. At the end, they do Buku Reggie Miller stuff, but hey,
What
hats
they
off to
saying on
you. You got
TikTok?
it.
Whoop-de-doo.
Hey, we shake back. It's always another week, man. Always another week. This week, we're going to pick Oklahoma, Auburn, Texas Tech, Utah, Illinois,
I'm a
Indiana. Let's
winner,
start
man. I'm
off.
a winner. Let's go.
Let's
I'm
see
a
if you can handle
winner.
success, man. Let's see if you can handle success this week. Let's go. Let's lock in. SEC
Let's go.
matchup:
Let's go.
Oklahoma versus Auburn. Here's the odds. Auburn is favored -7.5. The total is at 47. Auburn plus 210. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I messed up. Oklahoma is -6.5. My bad. I said Auburn.
They
Scratch
playing in
that.
Norman now.
Yeah. Oklahoma -250, Auburn plus 210. Let me pull up this injury report for you, G, because this thing is jumping out the frame. Oklahoma is without Jeremiah Newcomb, Troy Everett, Jacob Sexton, Jake Taylor for the first half, or Mason Thomas, one of their best D linemen, will be out.
That's their
Doubtful.
best pass rusher.
Bro, he cold. I got him in college football ultimate team. I know a little thing about him. Javani Gibson, their wide receiver, doubtful. DB Eli Bowen, doubtful. Isaiah Dent, offensive lineman, and Marvin Jones Jr., another great D lineman, questionable. And then probable Zion Kearney, Keontae Lewis, Danny Oki, Fabuchi Nawai, Michael Fossey, and Jake Makula. Bro, that is 6, 8, 10, 15 people on an injury report, dog. Changes my mind a little bit. It changes my mind a little bit because I was thinking Oklahoma's gonna cover the spread. I'm thinking they're gonna win by 10, and I know Auburn's a sleeper. Jackson Arnold's playing well. Like I said, Hugh Freeze bought that time, but bro, Mateer, he a dog. John Mateer, my only gripe. I love his passer. I love everything. He turning the ball over a lot, dog. I think he got 3 picks already. It's a little dangerous. If he cleans that up, I think he could quite frankly be a Heisman finalist. I'm gonna go out and stretch that limb that far. I think it's a close game. I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
All you people that's watching the stream, man, listen to me and listen to me good. If you want to lock for Saturday and you want to come up, you want to hit a lick, you pick Auburn. You pick Auburn. Hugh Freeze, the way he gonna dial it up, he understands how to go into a hostile environment and have his cadence and his communication on point. Jackson Arnold going back to Norman. He got a chip on his shoulder. He
He
won't
he, he
show Brent
pissed.
Venables that let me show you what I could do when I got real receivers and I don't have a lot. I'm not dealing with a whole bunch of injuries on my offensive line. Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton. Nobody on Oklahoma secondary can check them. They better. I know Brent Venables is a hell of a DC, but guess what? Yo, you gotta have the players out there to be able to guard these guys. It's gonna be tough. And on the defensive side of the ball for Auburn, they loaded, bro. They got a really good secondary, and they got one of the best pass rushers in the country in Keldrick Falk. I'm telling you now, pick Auburn, man. And they getting 7 points. Come on, man.
And
Go Auburn.
the injury report disgusting, bro. That hurt me a little bit. That hurt me
I
a
think
little
it's gonna be
bit.
close though. Look, I think it's gonna be close. I think it's
Yep.
gonna be close, but because John Material is still playing, don't get it
Yep.
twisted, and he's
Right.
playing arguably the best in the country at the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going Auburn, bro.
All right. Hey, I can see it. I can see it. I think it'll be a close game too. The injury report making me nervous, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Man, we got a super chat in the building. Auburn gonna humble those Sooners. Appreciate the $2, my guy. Crazy with the cheese. I'm gonna go ahead and put a bet down for G on Auburn to win, and we're gonna send that to G after. Appreciate that. All right, Illinois, Indiana. Here's the drill. -6.5 for Indiana. Overs at 52, or the total. -250 for the boys, the Hoosiers, and +210 for Illinois. 63% matchup predictor on ESPN's giving it to Indiana. Look, I faded Illinois one time, and I got burnt. And I'm a little nervous. This is each team's first Big Ten matchup. So, I mean, they haven't really played conference play yet. You don't really know what to expect. Here's my thing. Illinois, more pass yards, more rush yards, and I like Luke Altamar because that's a nice experienced quarterback. I don't see this being a blowout either way. Here's what I'm gonna do. If the spread's at 6.5, I'm gonna take Illinois +6. I don't know if they win. I'm nervous. I'll pick them to win for my record's sake, but my gambling pick for you is +6.
I think this is an evenly matched game. Indiana and Illinois, they really the same type of team, in my opinion, the way they like to run the football. They tough, they gritty. But I'm gonna go with Indiana, bro. I think Indiana wins this one in a close one too.
Signetti a guy. I'm pretty sure they're playing at home
I
too,
like
so they got
Cincinnati,
that.
bro. I like Cincinnati.
Here's my favorite, my favorite pick of the week: Texas Tech and Utah. I think we got some value here. Here is the spread: -3.5 at Utah, total at 57. Utah's -175, Texas Tech +150. Here's the deal about the Red Raiders: G. Morton, their quarterback, he on
Really
fire.
good.
What, bro?
Dan
He
Pearl
not
really
under the
good too,
radar.
though. Dan Pearl really
Yeah.
good for Utah. He really good.
For Morton, he is #1 in touchdowns in the country, top 10 passing. He only has one interception. Now, they had a hell of a portal class too. That's that oil money. Every time I hear it, Texas, it could be Texas A&M, it could be Texas Tech, it could be TCU, it could be, I don't care. The Longhorns, whatever. I'm always expecting a nice collective to be able to build a roster together. They've been able to do that this year. I'm going to take the Red Raiders at +150, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I think they can upset them.
Yeah, I'm going with Texas Tech too. And I'm gonna go on the limb and say this: anybody watching the screen, play this back when the 12 team playoff come out. Texas Tech will be in the 12 team playoff,
No doubt.
barring barring they don't have any major injuries. I think they're a complete team. People talking about more than their offense, and their offense is loaded, but defensively, they got some really good players. They really hit on the portal, bro. I watched them these first 3 games of the season, and look, I know everybody gonna say they probably ain't played nobody that's good, but my eye don't lie.
Exactly. Come on, turn the film on, man. It's like what I like the point you made last year. I don't remember who we were talking about, but you were saying, dog, the schedule is made. They just got to go out and play the games. You can't fault them for not having a schedule. You know what I'm
Play the
saying?
hand you
The
dealt.
athletic director, right? The athletic director made the schedule. They going out there and winning. That's all they can do. They controlling what they
Yeah.
can control.
I
I
like Texas
respect it.
Tech, bro. I like their team. They got a really good team, bro.
I agree. I'm feeling it. This could be a good weekend. Once again, crazy with the cheese, wheeze. My guy, appreciate that $2 bonus. Auburn gonna humble those Sooners. You and G thinking alike, man. Great minds think alike, bro. Let's see what the record gonna be. You got me by one right now. I'm hanging off a dear life.
Winners win, man.
If I go
Winners
under
win.
500, I'm gonna be real silent next
Come
week.
on, man. I'm 6-4. Come on, man.
So so I got Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Illinois. You got Indiana. You no Indiana, Texas Tech, and Auburn. Right? All
So
right.
I
So the
should
only
be 9-4 next week.
Yeah,
Nine and
this
four.
hey, this is tough. It's tough. It's tough because somebody gonna be in a bad spot if we picking
I'm
the
gonna be nine
opposite
and
orders
four.
like this.
I'm gonna be 9-4, bro. I'm telling you. I'm going 3 for 3 this week. I'm telling you.
I might have another
Nostradamus.
Tennessee moment.
Somebody send me a cape.
Somebody say your crystal ball.
Somebody send me a purple cape, man, so I can wear it on the stream.
Man, let's get it, bro. Hey, Chewies, crazy with the Chewies. Do that, bro. Oh, one more. They want to know if Florida gonna cover against Miami.
Hey, listen, I'm rooting for Florida. I am.
I'm rooting for Florida.
But I wouldn't touch that game. Because I don't know what the hell gonna happen. I don't know what the hell gonna happen. I really don't.
Yeah,
Because
because
it wouldn't surprise me if Florida upset them, and it wouldn't surprise me if Miami blew them out.
I know. It's one of those tough ass games, like that Thursday night game last night, boy. That game, boy, the Bills. That's my Super Bowl pick. Bills
James Cook,
Packers.
man, fantasy. He gave me
Hey, he
25 points
balled.
last night.
He
He been cutting
balled,
up.
but I can't believe the Dolphins, bro. 0-3. They're gonna have to get rid of Mike McDaniel. I think that experiment is
Yeah, they looking bad right now.
oh Lord, boy, just knock my camera off. All right, we're about to hop out of here. Y'all know the drill. Live post game press conference. Well, it won't be live. We're gonna post it Sunday morning. We're gonna react on the field, LSU Southeastern, hopefully to a shutout victory. Then on Monday we'll be live again at 1 p.m. Y'all know the drill. Hit that thumbs up before y'all hop out of here. You gotta hit the subscribe button. Gotta go follow G on Twitter. Gotta tap in with the guys. We will be back active at the end of the weekend. Hope y'all have a good one. Hopefully LSU wins and hopefully somebody's picks are right. I don't know who. But hopefully somebody gets some picks. Just somebody. Somebody. Y'all have a good
Winners
one.
win.
Appreciate your time. Appreciate your time, G.
You know it.